Field 2, St Mary's, about to kick off between the Latin Heat and ASEAN.
Okay. Well, welcome here to St Mary's Stadium. We are on field number 2 for this match here, the regional third place playoffs between the ASEAN side and also the Latin Heat. It's been a fantastic Confederation Cup so far as part of the Emerging Nations World Championship. We'll quickly run through the two teams for you. So wearing the blue, yellow and red, that is the ASEAN side, and they line up as follows. In the number 1, Tyrell Mayfield. The 2 and 15, so your wingers are Rak Choin Kinney and also Jong Hoon Lee. In the centres, Liam Nguyen and Richard Mante. The halves in the 6 and 7 are Tyler Chant and James Maybe. Your props, 10, Corey Kernoth, and the 8 is Daniel Nguyen. The hooker and captain is Nathan Arneman. The back row, 11, Will Scully, 12, Curtis Baxter, and the 13 is Trent Kernoff. On the bench, 14, Adesi Ladares, 16, Richard Planker, 17, Jeff Peters, 18, Rhys Tucker, and the 20 is Leon Shen. The Latin Heat side, featuring that Guzman and Gomez sponsorship on the front too. Thomas Garrido in the 1. The wingers are Pancho Espinini. The 5, Kevin McKenzie. The centres in the 3, Oscar Mendoza, and the 4, James Horvat. The halves, 6 and 7, Alex Eastman and Brad Miller. The 8 is Andrew Zolgaga. 9, Seb Martinez. The 10 is Ed Wenger. 11 is vacant. 12 and 13, Jai Summers and Nick Dorborough respectively. And the bench in 14, Diego Papa. 15 is Ivan Hernandez. 17, Juan Espinal. 18, Rafa Mendoza. And 19, Matt Gardner. It's James Preston here with you for Bar TV Sports as the Latin Heat side kick it off. And away they come. Now, we are on the back of a truck here, so this is grassroots footy at its best. Of course, you'll have a bunch of matches here today. We've got 8 across field 1 and 2 as ASEAN work it away. Nice passage of play too. Quick hands as well. And they're caught around about 30 metres out. Because we don't have markings on the field here, but we can roughly tell where we're at. Caught 40 out through their captain now. That was Arnament, and they'll come back to the middle of the field. Will Scully going for a hit up. He's caught just short of the halfway line. Good pressure so far from the Latin Heat defence as Arnament goes for a kick from dummy half. It's a nice one too. Takes a turn toward the sideline. That's a pretty good way to start the set, but they've managed to keep it in here, the Latin Heat. And they'll be caught around about 20 metres out from their own line. Back toward the centre of the field. Coming away here through McKenzie. It's a big unit, the winger. Takes a couple of them to put him to ground. Out of dummy half comes Martinez, and there's an early knock on. Good pressure from the ASEAN side, but they can't pick it up, so we'll come back for a scrum. Of course, you're going to be spoilt for footy today. We have 3 finals themselves. This is the regional third place playoff for the Confederations Cup. Of course, we do still have the final itself to happen between the Mediterranean side and also Africa United. ASEAN have done very well in the last couple of days. They've racked up 2 wins, just missing out on 4 and against in the end as they feed the scrum and come away to the left-hand side. Nice pass, linking up with the fullback here. It's Mayfield who slipped for just a moment, and that made him easy catching. 20 metres away from the line, 15 metres in from the left-hand touchline. Arnhem out, comes back to the centre of the field. Finds Kernoth, and he had another support runner himself. Just pulling the strings at the moment as maybe directing the traffic, and then he gets the ball. A couple of options on the inside. Nearly got through a couple of them. He'll keep going here. It's Mayfield, in fact. Nearly got to the line. I've got numbers on both sides. Good tackle across. Really put on the contact. Chopped at the back of the legs too. That would have hurt. Come to the right-hand side of the field. Mayfield, little chip in behind them. That's gone just a bit too long in the end. Latin Heat picking it up. And that'll be a goal line dropout. Pretty hot conditions here too as well at St Mary's Stadium. The sun is out. No rain, which is fortunate because we've had nothing but rain for the entire tournament so far. A couple of these players have been getting the flotation devices out and paddling around. That's a decent little dropout as well. Come to about 35 metres out. Flat ball away to Kernoth. And he hits the line with a bit of vigour. And over the top it was Wegener. Arnhem out to the right-hand side of the field. They'll link up with the other prop now. Daniel Nguyen. And he's caught 30 metres out. Arnhem out from dummy half. Going once again to their props. Here's Kernoth this time. And he's caught centre of the field. Picked up and slammed in the end from Wegener. Big prop has been in everything to start this match. Comes away the 5/8 now. That's Chant. Chant still looking for a couple of runners, but the options close off pretty quickly. Shoa Kinney, he's coming in for a bit of a dummy half run, but Arnhem out pushes him out, and they'll come back to the centre of the field. Flat pass to Scully. Mayfield is there, trying to get away from a few defenders. Flings it wildly. It could work, though, for them. They'll get an offload too, but referee rules it forward. So enterprising play from the ASEAN side, but just not finding a gap so far. Latin Heat holding pretty firm. And running through your previous results here. So for the Latin side, they've had 3 losses, 26-12 against Mediterranean. They've also previously played the ASEAN side and went down 30 points to 20. And for ASEAN themselves, well, they started off with a loss against our grand finalist, the Africa side, 32-20, but 2 good wins after that. 30-20 over the Latin side, and then also 32-28 over the Middle East Mediterranean combined team. Now work it away here. Latin Heat. A little step off the right foot. Nearly found half a gap. Closed pretty quickly, though. It was Kernoth that came over the top. Now work it away here through Martinez. Back toward the centre of the field. And there's a good little hit up too in the centre. Looked to be a bit of a bobble in picking that one up. Referee lets it play on, though. They'll be caught 45 out from their own line. It's Horvat waiting at dummy half. He gives it away. Ball behind Wegener, but he did well to take it in. Keeps pushing forward and carries a few of them, another 5 metres. They'll be caught on the last here, just short of the 40-metre line. They can put in an attacking play, though. Here they come. Little chip over the top. Finds open space, but it's well collected from Mayfield. Good little goose step. Found a bit of space. Great footwork as well. Finds a gap and keeps going. Doesn't want to run into McKenzie. And eventually, it'll take 4 of him to put him to ground. A great run, though. Picking up 30 metres. Now have a little dummy half scoot now from Chong Kinney. And he's put to ground. So not really gaining much meterage on that play. 19 came over the top. It was Gardner. He's getting a start out there. I'll turn it back on the inside now. It's maybe finding support. They'll get an offload away too. More room to move. Good contact, though, from Latin Heat. It was Horvat who put in the shoulder. And they're now into enemy territory. They'll come short side this time through Chant. That kick has found opposition number. Just looking at the referee here, he hasn't ruled 6 again from what I can see. So it'll be play on for the meantime. Arnhem out. Back toward the middle of the field. Kernoth. Then away to Scully. And Scully is put to ground. And he said he's knocked it on. So we don't have the benefit of a replay in front of myself here. You might have it at home, but there's no spare little box here for us to have a look at on field 2. Also do our best with the times here for you. We don't have a scoreboard in front of us. So that means we don't have an official timepiece. But I will be doing my best throughout. Try and give you an update on that one. Be the Latin Heat to feed the ball. And they're caught roughly 30 metres away. It'll be Eastman who will feed the scrum as well. It's a good start from both sides here. As they win the scrum, bring it away to Garrido, the man who has a very interesting haircut, it has to be said. Horvat at a dummy half. Finds Gardner. Good run over the top, but eventually they pick him off. He's caught just on the inside of that left-hand side of the field. McKenzie out of dummy half. Back toward the middle. Good shot put on from Arnhem out. He was able to bounce out of it, and they'll carry a couple of them with him, giving them a piggyback up the field. Horvat, named in the centres, but for the meantime seems to be plying his trade out of dummy half. Little dummy, for that matter, from Zaluga, and he has lost it in the end. So the ASEAN side will get the scrum feet here in a pretty good position. They do have a good opportunity now to launch an attack and try and put first points on the board. A couple of flies buzzing around as well. I like to think I had a shower earlier this morning, but apparently not according to them. So we're all in the elements here at St Mary's Stadium. Field number 2. ASEAN, they win the scrum, and it comes away here to Lam Nguyen. He's caught just short of the 50-metre line. Work it away now to Trent Kernoth. A couple of Kernoths in this side, and they'll get a penalty. Latin Heat up too early and all offside. Be the ASEAN side to get us back underway here with a little tap. They've looked pretty good so far as they go for a hit up through Curtis Baxter. Nearly found a gap. Just caught. Approximately 20 metres away from the line. Garrido at the back there, directing traffic. They'll flick it back on the inside here. Tyler Chant found a support runner. It'll take 3 defenders to put him to ground. Centre of the field now. Arnhem out with options both sides of the play the ball. Comes to the right-hand side. Through his halfback. It was Maybe who turned it back on the inside, and maybe that was just high, and it was indeed. In fact, I'll say offside, so could have gone either way there, realistically, the penalty. Chance to go for the early 2 points, but you probably back them to put the foot to the throat, go for the try, and that's exactly what they do. Good tap and run, getting very close to the try line. It was Scully. Bounced out of a few tackles, and there is another penalty. Flopping in on the play the ball, not allowing him to get up to his feet quickly. So more pressure here on the Latin Heat defensive line. We know they can score points, Latin, but they also do concede quite a few. And ASEAN, they'll be looking to get first blood here. So they tap and go through Trent Kernoff. He's caught just short of the line. Good tackle over the top from Wegener. A couple others in there as well. Arnhem out. Away to the left-hand side. Chant. Nice cutout pass. Well done to pick it up as well. Showing Kinney for the corner. And I think they may have put him out. And he has gone out. So we're obstructed here just on the side. I am myself anyway. We've got a couple of tents in the way, so that left-hand corner is going to be a bit of a difficult one to call for you. Nonetheless, I am on top of a ute, and I'm going to hop right up now onto the top of the actual car itself. So now I'm on the roof. Just hoping that my headphones will reach as well. I've got my lovely camera operator in front of me who's just in a bit of a tangle at the moment as ASEAN working away from the scrum. Here's Mayfield diving for the line. Just caught short, and then he stretches out. He may well have got there. Referee looking, pointing to the spot. And first points on the board. ASEAN strike, and it's through their fullback, Tyrell Mayfield. So pretty simple stuff, really, from ASEAN. Winning the scrum and Mayfield doing it all himself. We saw it a little earlier. He's got excellent footwork, can stand up a couple of defenders, and with that little bit of pace that he's got, he asks plenty of questions as Kung Fu Fighting rings out in the background. He certainly was fast as lightning. The Tyler Chant to take this conversion attempt. Roughly 10 metres back. Pretty much in line with the left-hand upright. To turn 4 into 6. Taking his time with it as well, Chant. No real breeze in the air either. Strikes it nicely, and it'll become 6 points to nil. So ASEAN striking first here in the regional third-place playoff for the Confederations Cup as part of the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. It's a good start made by the ASEAN side, and if you're just joining us here on Bar TV Sports, the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship, it's the Latin Heat in the appropriately looking red-hot jersey of black and red, taking on ASEAN in the blue, red and yellow. James Preston with you in commentary. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. Let me know where you're watching. I haven't got a screen directly in front of me, but we do love to know where you are watching this one from. And, of course, we can always have a look at the comments during the halftime feed and read a couple of them out for you. Zazian work it up through the middle. Gardner in there for the tackle. Eventually wrestles him to ground. Horvat was bumped off. He's all over him there. Probably lucky not to give away a penalty. Arnhem out. Out the back here. Chan. Flat pass. Good one too to Nguyen. Nguyen's got support on his outside. Couldn't get the flick away though. Would have been an open passage down the left-hand sideline. They go for a little dummy half run. Chong Kinney. Good contact from Martinez and Wegener. Those are the two players you probably don't want to run into. Last tackle here for ASEAN. Chant tries to put it to the sky. It's a screwing torpedo kick. Well fielded in the end out there from Aspini. He's nearly pushed into touch as well. McKenzie having a run at a dummy half. The Wendell Sailor look and play alike. And he works it away. And then he's put onto his back. Good shot in the end too. Sazian muscling up in defence. They go past Garrido and through Gardner, who's a likely customer. Always knocks off at least one of them. Referee just ensuring ASEAN's back on side. They'll work it back and away here through the 13. Could have been an obstruction, and there it is. So running in behind one of their players. Bit of ill discipline from the Latin side. It was Dorbera who was caught with it. He's using a couple of his players as decoys, but they weren't aware of it. It's been penalised as a result. Be Arnhem out here to tap and mount a charge. Got all the puns for you today. Around about 30 metres out from the Latin Heat line as they go on the attack. Flat pass. Not a bad one either. Eventually put to ground. Dorbera. He was one of the tacklers that affected that one. Arnhem out. Way to their half here. And once again through Scully. It's been busy in the opening exchanges. Decoy run goes through. And then they'll link up with maybe back toward the centre of the field. Latin Heat, we're ready for them though. Arnhem out. Left-hand side. Chant with numbers in support. He'll go deep to Mayfield. He's already scored once. And once again, he had an open winger. If he could have found him, John Kinney could have gone right through. Waits at dummy half now, John Kinney. Picking up the ball. Have a scoot himself. Tries to barge his way over, but a lot of defenders there. And he's caught a metre away. Arnhem out, going deep to Chant, who'll link up with Maybe. Decent little kick into the background. Mackenzie's back there to field it, though. He'll try and get it out, but all the numbers come for him and trap him in goal. It's a really professional end to the set there from ASEAN. Nice little kick in behind, and the chasers were good. So 6 points to nil here. We'll try and give you a time update if possible, but if you're just joining us, we don't have a scoreboard here, nor do we have an official timepiece. So we might even see if one of our producers can go and suss out exactly how much time is remaining in this first half, as Latin Heat offer a huge dropout. It's gone 60 on the fly. It'll keep bouncing. That's an 80-metre dropout. How about that? Mayfield all the way back. Enormous kick from the Latin Heat. And Mayfield tries to go over the top of Mendoza, but he had a bit of support in defence, so that's an incredible kick from the Latin Heat. Chong Kinney going across field. He's easy picking for Gardner. Arnhem out. At a dummy half. Linking up with Maybe. They've got a real nice little set play that they do here, the ASEAN side. Quick exchanges through some of their forwards. Comes away to Trent Kernoth, stepping off the left. Got out of Martinez's tackle and kept going. There's an interchange here. Daniel Nguyen coming off. The number 16, Richard Planker, onto the field. So exchanging the props around as Mayfield got out of a tackle, but then he spilt the ball. Mackenzie dives on it. So it'll be a zero tackle for the Latin Heat. They're asking plenty of questions, though, the ASEAN side, and realistically, they have dominated the opening exchanges here. Latin Heat, save for an enormous dropout, haven't really had the ball on the other end of the field. They'll come short side through Garrido, but they're all offside the ASEAN team. A couple of tired players in the Latin Heat side too. Mackenzie with his hands up over the head. He's feeling the effects. It is quite warm out here. There's no real relief from a breeze either. Now tap and go here, the Latin Heat side. Away through Zaluga, and he pushes it up to the halfway line. Scully in there with the tackle. Coming away once again here. This is Wegener. Goes right through the middle. Big hit up. Mark Tukey 2.0, and it's a good run from him. Working away once again through Martinez. Not a great pass at all from the halfback. It was poor from Miller. Put a whole lot of pressure on his outside man, and they spilt the ball. Here's Chong Kinney coming away with it now. Good tackle. Picking up under the legs and driving back. That's a good shot from Eastman. Arnhem out at a dummy half. Here's Trent Kernoth. Found half a gap, and he actually gets all the way through. Kernoth into the backfield. Arnhem out in support. Doesn't use him. Garrido makes good contact. It's a great run from Trent Kernoth, though. He's caught middle of the field. Defence still retreating. Here comes Maybe. Linking up with his outside man. Mackenzie monsters him. That was like watching Pac-Man eat a cherry. Puts him to ground. Back to the centre of the field now. Fresh men on the field. The 16, Richard Planker. He's caught inside the 10-metre zone. Still pressure here on the Latin side. Arnhem out goes to the right. Maybe. He's gone kick happy here. What a great take. Put him in the slips for Australia. They'll do better than they did against Pakistan. That's a good take from Latin Heat to just release the pressure valve. Stepping back off the right foot now. Sun coming out in a serious fashion now. It's getting very bright here for this commentator. Gardner going through. Mackenzie's been left in the background. He's still on the try line as the trainers come out for the Latin Heat. Referee not ruling time off, though. 17 onto the field now for the Latin Heat. That's one Espinal. And that's a very strange tackle, really. Almost a judo throw from the ASEAN side. And they'll say there's a little bit too much in it as well. Not releasing quickly enough. And I have no idea why the Latin side are suggesting that should be 10 in the bin. There was no break. Now tap and go here from halfway. Martinez, dummy, and go. Poked his nose through, but the support arrived too late. Maybe hopping into dummy half. They'll get it away. Big fan. How about that? Cop that. Still going through here. 28 metres from the line. What a fend from Zaluga. And the ASEAN side, well, they rushed up and they put Martinez under some pressure, but he just took a look at the line, didn't focus on the ball. But what about the fen from Zaluga? It's Greg Inglis in fashion. Really good start to this match here. Very good contest. ASEAN certainly on top, but the Latin Heat starting to work their way into the contest. Now, pack this scrum, feed it right on the 30-metre line if the referee decides that they have bound properly. Seen a couple of sticklers for the 1%ers in this tournament so far as they win the scrum, come away through Chan. Back on the inside to Nguyen. 3 defenders in there to put him to ground, including Mendoza. Arnhem out, back to the middle, good shot. Put on the 17, that's Jeff Peters. He's fresh onto the field. Arnhem out of dummy half, surely not square. Well, you could probably make an argument for either way. I thought they may have stepped off the mark, but either way, marker certainly not square. And then also put his hand around. And now they've compounded the problem here, the ASEAN side. A bit of back chat. So I'll get the tap here from quite an advanced position, 20 metres out. It'll be Eastman who plays it. Doesn't go directly on the mark. Referee says go again. Then he taps and away we go. Another good hit up here from Zaluga. Every time he takes the ball forward, inevitably he pushes off one of them. Martinez waiting at dummy half. Gives it away to Eastman. He's got numbers in support. A hard running Dorbra there. And he nearly went all the way to the line. Good tackle in the end from Arnhem out. Martinez at dummy half. Working it away here through Miller. Miller links up with Horvat. That was flat at best. Caught on the 10-metre line. Garrido waiting at the play the ball. Fresh men on the field here for the Latin Heat side. It's Rafa Mendoza. Comes out to Miller. Miller linking up with Eastman at pace. He puts the foot down, splits the defensive line, and improves the position. 6 points to 4 with a kick to Khan. The Latin Heat strike.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to St Mary's League Stadium for this great day of football we have in front of us for the Emerging Nations World Championship. Now for the Confederate Cup, the game kicked off at 10:30. For those of you who are on field number 2, you have ASEAN playing Latin Heat. And due to kick off on field number 1 here, in around about 6 minutes' time, is Africa United and the Mediterranean.
So you can hear our ground announcer there. He's very, very pumped up, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Latin Heat and ASEAN. Bringing it live to you for Bar TV Sports. Exclusive coverage of the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. It's Horvat. We'll line up this kick right in front, and he makes no mistake. So 6 points all is the score.
Number 10, Alex Lugalay. Number 11, Mun Maypew. Number 12, Stamon Mao.
So if you're just joining us, the Latin Heat running from left to right on your screen in the black and red jerseys, appropriately sponsored by Guzman and Gomez.
Number 17,
And the ASEAN side are in the blue, red and yellow.
Nuku and Greg Watts. Now for the Mediterranean. Number 1, we have Aral Kariali. Number 2 is Ahmed Kasem. Number 3, Derice Miller. Number 4, Anderson Demetriou.
And it must be said, we have one of the all-time longest ground announcements that I've ever heard here, so hopefully you can still hear the coverage of this match itself above the noise,
Isaac
as ASEAN Kick it back underway. Latin Heat picking it up. And it's a good hit up too. Working it to 20 metres out from their own line. Away from the 12. That was Summers. And then he found support up through the middle. Martinez. Waiting at dummy half. Pushing it away now. Horvat. Good tackle around the legs. Chopped him out. It's a good shot from Scully. Martinez. Offering it away to Gardner. Big, rangy front rower. And he kept going. Pumped the legs. And just poked his nose through a little bit. Little bit of a dummy. Out the back to Miller now. Asking a few questions of the defence. This is better stuff from the Latin Heat. Martinez. Giving it away now to Horvat. He'll look for the sideline. That might have got a touch too from Chongkini. We'll just see what they rule here. I thought Chongkini got hands to it. And yes, that will be an ASEAN feed. In fact, sorry, a Latin feed. So Chongkini having a little play at it. He's travelling at speed. It was a tough one to take. And he didn't get it on that occasion. So Latin Heat will have a chance to go back to back here. It'll be Eastman to feed the scrum. He was the try scorer for their previous effort. Just saw the defence sitting on their heels for a little bit, and he put the foot down. Win the scrum. Horvat away to Miller, and it comes away here to Summers. And they'll keep going. Good tackle in the end. Here's Garrido at a dummy half, offering it away now to Martinez. And he's put to ground, 10 metres out. In fact, 20 metres out. Poor pass from Horvat. Lets off an expletive in the background. And fair enough, it wasn't good delivery. Eastman under enormous pressure. And he's spilled the pill. So they got a free little march upfield with Chongkini's error. But they've offered it right back to the Latin Heat. Just removing the pressure that they had applied themselves. Interchange coming up as well for the ASEAN side. Odyssey Ladares. It's one of the best names I've ever seen. And they're caught 30 metres out. Still going here, in fact. Really good run. Horvat comes in to try and put a finish to it. Garrido over the top with plenty of force. And they're still all over him. Very close to a penalty. Good run nonetheless from Mante. Here's the other centre now. Nguyen. Scored 35 out. Arnhem out. Coming away. Flat pass in the end from Maybe. He had a big forward to come and help him. So an interchange there. Scully coming off. And Ladares on. Kick out a dummy half from Arnhem out. Bounces once and then Garrido gobbles it up. Slow return back to the defensive line. But he still gets it in good field position here. 30 metres out. Little dummy half run. Heading back toward the centre of the field. Arnhem out once again. Strong first contact. Along with that man who's just come onto the field, Ladares. They'll come to the right-hand side of the field. Eastman turning it back on the inside. Good shot. Really good hit on Mendoza there. It was Kernoff who was in there and put on a good shot. Martinez, flat pass. And the ASEAN side hopping up. Good little offload too from the 17. That was Espinal. They'll turn it back on the inside once again here. Good one-on-one strip though. That's fine. That's play on. Martinez lost it. And it was a really good play from Jeff Peters for the ASEAN side. And he spilled the ball, so having just got it back, he'll offer it to them. Oh, and if he'd released the pass, Mendoza would have been free down the sideline. But Papa held on to it for a bit too long, as did the ASEAN side. Papa taps and goes. Finds half a gap. Chant put him to ground with some assistance from Mayfield, who's up in the line, the fullback. So they're exposed at the back here. Martinez gives it away to Rafa Mendoza, and he's lost it. But stripped out, according to the referee. It's a 50-50 call, but it's benefited the Latin side here. It's James Preston with you for Bar TV sports coverage. Exclusive coverage, for that matter, for the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. This is the third place playoff for the Confederations Cup between the Latin Heat and ASEAN. Martinez dummies to the left, then goes right. Had Eastman in support, who was after his second try. Papa waiting at dummy half. Flinging it back to the middle. Good contact, though, from the ASEAN side. Mendoza couldn't wind up. It's a really good shot from Peters. Martinez going deep. Horvat away to Miller. Flat pass Garrido. They'd all overrun him. What a tackle that is. Put him onto his back. You've got to love that. Miller with the ball, finding Dorbera. Stepped off the right. Fended a couple of them away. Gets an offload too. Here's Miller. Numbers to the right. Horvat got it above his head. Chant stepped up and did really well to cut off the supply. Few more in this one still for this set. Martinez going to Eastman. Eastman to the left. Finds Gardner. He's tough to put down. Got out of a few of them. Still wrestling him. Eventually they put him to ground. That'll be the last tackle. 9 metres out. Eastman goes deep to Miller. Linking with Horvat. Horvat, a nice little grubber through. It's got a great weight on it. Mayfield will do well to get out. And he does exactly that. Beautiful stuff from Tyrell Mayfield. Sean Kinney coming out of dummy half. Good tackle over the top from Summers. And they also had Mendoza in around the legs. Oh, big shot on Nguyen. Horvat hit him like a brick. Arnhem out. Flat pass. Way to Peters. That's a good ball from Maybe. They've opened up some space here. Got pace too. Great little offload. Might have travelled forward though and the referee picked it up. Opportunity was there though. 2 unmarked men. They just couldn't get it away quickly enough. So Latin Heat dodge a bullet on that occasion. And they'll get this scrum feed just short of the 50-metre line. Really good quality match so far. Good pace about it. Both sides asking a lot of questions. 6 points apiece is the score. No official time check for you. We are on fill 2, so we don't have a scoreboard in front of us or a clock. And what's the referee rule there? Is that half time or is that feeding the scrum again? And we say rebind and we'll go again. The referee just laying down the law as Miller will have a second attempt at feeding the scrum. Horvat with the ball. Eastman looking for support. Finds it in Papa, who's got great footwork. Nearly turned them inside out. It's a good tackle in the end from Nguyen. Flat ball here. Good shot from Nguyen as well. Doubling up. 2 in a row. Hits Summers with everything. Martinez waiting at dummy half. Works it away to Horvat. And then away for Rafa Mendoza. So 2 Mendozas in the Latin side. Good tackle. But it's left one of their players a little worse for wear. It's Richard Planko. Slow to his feet. And he's lost it. It's good pressure from the ASEAN side in defence. Now pack this scrum just short of the 30-metre line. If you're just joining us, the ASEAN side wearing blue, yellow and red. Latin Heat in the red and black Guzman and Gomez sponsored jerseys. 6 points apiece is the score. Chant turns it back onto the inside. Gardner in there, lifting up the legs eventually on Mante. He's caught. Arnhem out. Way to Maybe. That's a good little ball there as well for Ladares. Nearly got an offload away, which would have set them on the way. Flat pass. Plenty of defenders to meet them in the middle, though, including Martinez. Arnhem out. Away to Chant. Showing it back on the inside. Just trying to ask a few questions. Nearly lost it. Got the ball away in the end to Nguyen. Suggesting it's 6 again. Wouldn't be outing myself. Now work it back here to Mayfield. Sending it to the heavens. That'll be tough to take for Garrido, who somehow found the time to wipe his hands on his shirt before he caught it. It's very confident from the man with a hairdo that suggests that he has to be confident to wear that. And he's caught 20 metres out from his own line. Mendoza, big hit. Good contact from Plunker. In fact, it was Arnhem out who made that initial piece of contact. Work it away. There's a good shot too. Trent Kernoff stepping up, and the head went rocking back, Sonny Bill Williams style. But a little slow to get off them. Certainly a dominant tackle, though. They'll tap and go. Here's the Latin Heat on the attack. Speaking of heat, they are fired up at the moment, both of these sides. Horvat waiting in at dummy half. Summers playing the ball. Now it's Rafa Mendoza. Some really good tackling happening in this match. There's a bit of a wry smile too from Mendoza as he gets up. Horvat offers it away for Dorborough. Arnamount holding on to him as tightly as he can. Now work it to the left-hand side. Miller comes back to the right. Eastman off the right foot. And again, beat a couple of tacklers. Still going, Eastman. He's an elusive customer. And he's caught 28 metres out from the ASEAN line. Here's Summers. Ball out in two hands. Ladares. A good shot on him. And they'll be caught on the last tackle here. 20 metres out. Comes to Horvat. Putting it low here. Papa's chasing through, as is Garrido. They all go for it. I think there might have been a touch from the Latin Heat, though. And they'll come back out to the 20-metre line. 7 tackle set coming up for the ASEAN team. But very, very close. Chant waiting for it. I'm not sure why they have to wait for the Latin Heat side to be back on side. All the ASEAN players were behind the 20-metre line, but the referee wouldn't let them go. Very slow to play the ball. He looks pretty sore and sorry at the moment. And bit of banter from the referee and the other side there. Quite bizarre indeed. Mayfield, he works it up. Arnamount, out of dummy half. Back toward the centre of the field. Kernoth linking up with another Kernoth. Good shot. Jamming in there. Fresh man on the field. Ivan Hernandez making his presence known the moment he gets on. Here's an early kick as well from Maybe. It's a good one too. Lovely weight on it. Finding the deck. And Garrido's got work to do. Able to get away from one defender. Can't beat the support though. Good tackle put on him. Latin Heat. Out of dummy half. Having a run. That's a good tackle too. Nice technique. Summers. Out of dummy half. Giving it away to Hernandez. A big shot. Once again. It was Ladares who came in. Really measured him up. Mendoza now with the ball. Nearly got away from them. Chant fell off. He'll play the ball just short of the 30-metre line. So still attacking this short side. Here's Papa. Good tackle around the legs. That's Chong Kinney. Throwing it away now. Horvat to supply the kick. Bit of an outside swing on it. Beats Mayfield. Back there is the number 17, Jeff Peters. He picks it up. Decent step, but Papa read it well. And Horvat comes along with another 3 of them. 4 pick him up and drive him back. Heading toward the in-goal. He'll be caught 5 metres out now. Latin Heat pressuring them. And I think he's ruled that they've dropped it here. So a scrum fee for the Latin Heat with not much time remaining in this first half. Enormous pressure supplied on Peters on that occasion. And the referee blowing time off here. That doesn't exactly affect our imaginary scoreboard here, though. We don't have a clock. Eastman will feed the scrum. And they're very short on that right-hand defensive edge, the Asian side. Latin Heat got 4 out there already. They'll go that way. Miller linking up with Gardner. If he can link up with his winger, there'll be a problem. Good shot, and he's dropped it. 2 of them in there, and they really hammered him. Takes a lot to put Gardner to ground, but they dropped him swiftly. 6 again here. As the tackle count restarts. Maybe out of a tackle. Tries to beat Gardner. And he's caught 35 metres away from his own line. Arnamount back to the centre of the field. That's a nice little run from Plunker. Pushing forward, and eventually he's put to down. A lot of extra attention in that play of the ball. They'll come left-hand side. Chant. Nice cut-out pass all the way to Chong Kinney. He'll try and stand up Papa, but Papa does well. A couple of other defenders coming to try and push him into touch. Nguyen offered some support for his player. And that'll be half-time here. A really good first half from both these sides. The score is 6 points apiece. We'll come back in just a moment's time and wrap it all up. And welcome back to St Mary's Stadium. We are on field number 2 for this regional third place playoff between the ASEAN side and Latin Heat. It's James Preston with you in commentary for Bar TV Sports exclusive coverage of the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. These two sides are competing in the Confederations Cup. If you're just joining us, it is the ASEAN side in the blue, red and yellow strip. And for the Latin Heat, they are in the black and red, sponsored by Guzman and Gomez. I absolutely love that little fact about the jersey. Just about ready to get underway for the second half. Score is 6 points apiece. We also don't have an official time measurement for you here. You will have a display on your screen, but in terms of what's in front of myself, we don't have official timepieces or scores. So we'll just kick off our own little clock here as the ASEAN side kick us back underway. And it comes away to the Latin Heat. They'll be caught around 15 metres out from their own line, and there's a bit of a palm off into the face of Kurnoth. Horvat wants to go on with it. And it must be said, there was a bit of extra attention in the play the ball from Kurnoth, but you can't come up swinging like that. There'll be time off here from the referee. Just have a word with both the sides. Arna Mount's already up there. He's the captain for the ASEAN side. It's a fiery start to this second half. It's Corey Kurnoth who's being called out here by the referee. Just laying down the law. Don't expect any further action to be taken, though. Still arguing the point, Kurnoth. That'll be the end of it for him. So back to the defensive line he goes. And the Latin Heat. They'll now have a little bit of a word here. Miller coming out, along with Horvat. And that's well handled from the referee. Just simply asking both teams to calm down. We've literally just kicked off the second half. Let's get into some footy before anything else. Summers, he'll tap it and go. And they're going to look to put on a shot here, the ASEAN side. There's a good one on Martinez. And he's caught just over the 20-metre line. Summers, good hit. Up under the ribcage, but still going here, the number 17, Espinal. And they'll have another go here. Corey Kurnoth, once again. In fact, it's Trent Kurnoth. So both, and he's dropped that in the play the ball too. So there it is, the ASEAN side ripping in and getting this ball back. Well, this is an entertaining start here for St Mary's Stadium. Be the ASEAN side to feed the scrum in an advanced position now. Both sides have asked a lot of questions when they've had the ball. We'll see if Latin Heat have the answers on this occasion in defence. Maybe. Feed the scrum. Foot stuck out there, but he gets it in well enough. Trent Kurnoth, away to a fresh man on the field for them. That's Leon Chan with the headband. Arnhem out. Away to Kurnoth. Then off to another Kurnoth. Fronted up on Martinez. And Martinez's head went rocking. Arnhem out. Dummied. And then off it away to the 16. That's Richard Planker. Horvat in there. Along with the 15. Ivan Hernandez. Putting them to ground. Arnhem out. Numbers on both sides. Goes left to Chan. Popped up. Papa comes up with it. Gets out of one or two tackles. Chan now tries to put him to ground. That is an opportunity gone begging for the ASEAN side. And now they've doubled up on that error. Penalty going the way of the Latin Heat. Too slow to peel off. Seen a real tendency for sides in this competition not to kick for the sideline and simply to just tap and go. And they've done exactly that here. The Latin Heat. Hernandez playing the ball. Summers away to Rafa Mendoza. And he's put to ground. By Chant, another defender. Summers away to Eastman. Eastman linking up with the 17. That's Juan Espinal. He tried to fire up in his last hit up, resulted in a knock-on, and now he's put a target on his head. The ASEAN side are looking to put a shot on. Eastman off the right foot, then caught on the halfway line. Summers, good pass away to Horvat. Horvat flat to Martinez, who bobbled it. Just got it back in. Last tackle now for the Latin Heat. Summers, short side to Horvat. Just chipping it down. Hits the legs of the ASEAN player. Nearly popped up. For Pancho Espini. They'll put the ball away here through Mayfield. Good hit. But they're able to keep playing. The referee has not ruled a stoppage in play. Mayfield had stopped himself, though. And then they came in to put a shot on him. Not exactly sure what Mayfield was thinking had happened. Potentially he thought he got hit high. Didn't seem to be too high from my vantage point. Maybe around the shoulders. But all it means is that the Latin Heat get the ball in a great position. So they'll be 25 metres out when they win this scrum. Or you'd think they'd win it. They'll be about 20 metres in from the left-hand touchline. It's Miller to feed it. Gets it in easily enough. Horvat. Away to Eastman. Now Papa. He's a real live wire, Papa. He's got very quick feet. Garrido waiting at dummy half. He'll have a little run at them. Good shot initially from Planka, but he bounced away from him. Papa, short side, trying to go over the top of them. Usually we see him use the footwork, but on that occasion he tried to use his strength. Eastman, away to Miller. The spread deep here to the left, but Miller decides to take it himself. Gets an offload away. Now Eastman's there. Can he promote the ball? Well wrapped up in the end. Miller, looking left, goes that way. Horvat, flat pass, a beautiful 1-2. They're in for the corner. Great finish from Pancho Espini. But what about the flat pass from Horvat? It was delightful. Went to the line, as any good playmaker should, engaged the defence and fired it across. A nice flat ball to Pancho Espini. So that now takes the score to 10 points to 6 with a kick to come here for the Latin Heat. They've made a good comeback in this one. ASEAN struck first through Tyrell Mayfield. But they have slowly worked their way back into this one. Real good intensity about this match as well. Just having a quick check from my watch here. Of course, you do have the clock at home. But we're approximately 8 minutes into this second half. Far from the official clock, though, as Eastman strikes it really nicely, and it may have the legs. No, just under in the end. Certainly on target. Just couldn't quite get there. So the score remains 10 points to 6. Bar TV Sports, exclusive coverage of the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. James Preston with you in commentary. Live from Field 2 here at St Mary's Stadium. There are games going on all over the place. We have 8 main matches today and a bunch of extra ones featuring 2. A couple of games from the Police Academy as well. A few women's matches. And this one here is the regional third place playoff. Big shot has backfired from Ladares. He was bumped off, but he's all right. It's a slow play the ball, so Ladares did do some damage, but the ASEAN side a little too keen on that occasion. They're all offside. Somers, he ran out of dummy half quickly and exploited that. Just asking where the mark is. And Somers, he'll tap and go. Way to Martinez here, who started at hooker. He's picked up and slammed on his back. He shifted into more of a lock forward running type role, and Somers has gone into the dummy half despite wearing 12 as Mendoza works it into enemy territory. Somers away to Miller. Miller linking up here with Hernandez, and Hernandez is caught 40 metres out from the opposition line. They'll keep going that right-hand side. Eastman off the right foot. Does have good footwork. Got away from one tackle. Few more come, and they put him to ground eventually. 25 away. Sloppy played the ball. Miller bringing it centre of the field. Horvat off the left. He looks dangerous every time he touches it, Horvat. Hands were in there, but the referee says you've got to have more control on the ball yourself. So ASEAN, they were up to the task on that occasion. Latin Heat had most of the running in the back end of that first half and also to start this second. It's just a chance for the ASEAN side to recalibrate here. Try and get themselves back into the contest. They win the scrum. Coming away through Mayfield, who nearly got out of the tackle. Still going. He's a real handful. Every time he touches the ball, he threatens the line, and they're far too slow to get off him. He'll tap and go. Well, surely attack him there. That's got to be 10 in the bin. Must go. There it is. There it is. So who has he sent? Is it Horvat or Garrido? And Garrido, well, he's subbed himself off. He's gone. He knows he's guilty. And off Garrido goes. Potentially to the Barber. And Arnhem out. The captain for the ASEAN side will be able to tap and get back underway, and they can attack against the 12-man defensive line. Maybe coming back to the centre of the field through Kernoth. Numbers both sides of the play the ball. Arnhem out will bring it back to the right-hand side. Nice flat pass, well held up. It's Kernoth to Ladares, and he's caught. Arnhem out. They'll still attack this right-hand side. Good shot! Horvat! Jammed in from the inside, led with the shoulder, and absolutely smashed the captain for the ASEAN side. Maybe. Back to the centre of the field. Trent Kernoth to Chant. Chant tried to link up with his outside men. They're jamming in here, the Latin team, so there has to be space somewhere. Slow play the ball. Coming away to Maybe. That looked forward at best. Or should I say flat at best. Mayfield still going, though. Nearly will get all the way to the line. I think they've got numbers underneath him, though. Just held up. It's a very flat pass, but ruled to be played on. Mayfield went very close. They're asking a lot of questions, though, of the Latin team with one man less on the field. 10 metres out. Mayfield plays it. Arnhem out to Chant. They'll skip past Maybe. Come to Corey Kernoth. Good shot put on him once again. Martinez this time. Arnhem out to Maybe. Numbers in motion. Good little kick into the background. It just won't sit up. One bounce too many. Very close for the ASEAN side, though, as they look to make an interchange, the Latin Heat. It'll be the 10, Ed Wegener, coming back onto the field. Tapping away they go. 7 tackle set. So Wegener's on. It's a good start to this set too. 12 metres gain from that first play. Rafa Mendoza straight up the guts and through the middle. Mayfield is there. Good tackle from behind. The ball spills loose. And there's a chance to launch a counter-attack. They've got numbers out to this right-hand side. Away they come. Good shot in the end from the 13. That was Dobra. And for the Latin Heat, that man coming off is Juan Espinal. Here comes Mante, nearly through them. Good tackle in the end, literally by the bootlaces. It was Eastman, but Hernandez came over the top and flopped, and that's a penalty. Arnhem out to tap and go. Here's Chan, away to the left-hand side of the field. Chan pushing forward. Leon Chan has caught, and he's dropped it. Well, they've just gotten a penalty. And first tackle, they'll offer it back to the Latin Heat. That's a cardinal sin, especially with just a 12-man defensive line. Approximately 14 minutes gone in this second half, so by my watch, still 26 to play. Of course, you might have a slightly different time if you're watching at home. And no matter where you're watching, let me know. Comment exactly where you're watching this from. We had a couple of very keen Londoners the other day watching the Polish game taking on Vanuatu. One was watching from a double-decker bus. Just hope they weren't driving it at the time. They'll feed the scrum here. The Latin Heat, approximately 30 metres from their own line. Papa feeds and wins. Away to Miller. Good tackle around the legs from Mante, and Kernoth also over the top. Getting up to try and go on with it here, Dorbra. Looking for an offload. The call comes out to hold it, though. It's Oscar Mendoza who's put to ground. Good tackle over the top. 2 in a row from Trent Kernoth. Summers giving it away now to Wegener. He's a hard man to stop, but they did well. Ladara's in there. Summers coming away. Horvat, flat pass. Rafa Mendoza. He brings it to 5 metres short of the halfway line. Numbers on both sides of the play the ball. Summers away to Horvat. Once again, a nice kick from him. Finding open pasture. There looked to be a little bobble there. And ASEAN, they've come up with another knock-on. Hasn't had a great day with his hands. John Kinney, it's his second drop for the afternoon. Or should I say the morning? Feels like the afternoon. It's quite sunny, already 20 degrees. Of course, there's a lot of footy to come your way today. 8 main matches and a stack of other matches being played. This is the regional third place playoff for the Confederations Cup. Africa United will take on the Mediterranean Middle East side for the main event. We're certainly being treated to a great match here at St Mary's Stadium. Latin Heat winning that one. Heading back toward the middle of the field. Now Martinez with it. Jamming in was Ladares. Met him with the shoulder. And caught approximately 10 metres out. Just to the left-hand side of the uprights. Horvat putting it back on the inside. It was a low pass. Not a very pretty one. Too hard to handle. And it goes to ground. So with 15 minutes left in this one, it is 10 points to 6. The Latin Heat leading the ASEAN team here. There can only be a few more minutes as well. That Garrido is in the sin bin, so if they're looking to launch an attack, certainly the time is now. ASEAN side, they win the ball, come away from the scrum. Hernandez in there with a couple of other Latin players to effect the tackle. Running back toward the middle. Chonkini still going. Up the guts. Pretty good run in the end. Picking up about 15 metres. Very slow play the ball though. Arnhem out. Away to Mayfield. Promoting it on to Mante. In fact, that might be Nguyen out there. And Nguyen's caught just short of the halfway line. Chant. Flat pass. Kernoth was under pressure. Did well to evade the tackle. Couple more come to put him to ground though. And one of them might have got a little poke in the eye there. Kernoth straight through the middle. Running with vigour, and he's caught just short of his opposition's 40-metre line. Arnhem out. Last tackle here with Chan. Little left foot grubber. There's support coming through. Nguyen picks it up. Still going. In fact, it's Mayfield getting away from a few defenders. Leaking up as well. They'll go to the line and score. Brilliant stuff from the ASEAN side. They've got themselves back into it. And for mine, the number was obstructed. So we'll just wait to have a look at who the actual try scorer was. Apparently it's Corey Kernoth, the big prop that has come through and got the try. So well done. Following up in style. 10 points apiece. Kick to come. All to play for here at St Mary's Stadium between the ASEAN side and the Latin Heat. And Andrew Zaluga coming back onto the field now for the Latin Heat. Mackenzie, the winger, is also looking to head back onto the pitch. Chant will line this one up.
Is Turkey versus Vanuatu. Due to kick off at 12:15, and we have half time on field number 1.
So as you might have heard there from our ground announcer, Turkey and Vanuatu taking place on this field next. That should be a terrific match as well. Turkey were very strong in the pool stages, as were Vanuatu. End up bowing out in the semis though. Chant strikes it pretty well, and they take the lead, the ASEAN side. So great stuff there from the ASEAN side. Mayfield heavily involved in scoring that try. It's Kernoth who dove over in the end. Just having a look to my left, and the Vanuatu side is warming up in preparation for the next match as Garrido prepares to come back onto the field. His little stint in the sin bin is just about finished. There's another interchange here. Hernandez coming off. Mackenzie, the number 5, entering the fray once more. So they'll kick it off through Papa. Comes down to Maybe. And away now to Kernoth. He keeps going here. Found a bit of space, Kernoth. We saw what happened last time he found space. He ended up as a try scorer. Work it away. Garrido back onto the field for the Latin Heat. So we're back to 13 on 13. It was a costly stint as Scully works it away. He's back onto the field. Quite a big stint on the bench, but he was very good in the opening exchanges. Arnhem out. Trying to get away from them. Does well. Horvat eventually stops him, though. So Mackenzie's come back on to play left centre here for the Latin side. Not featuring on the wing. Garrido is back there, back on the field and picking it up. Good tackle around the legs. Scully. Trent Kernoth also over the top. Summers away to Mackenzie. Can he wind up? He'll be hard to stop if he does. And he had a Speeney on his outside, but he couldn't link up with him. And here is a Speeney having a run for a dummy half. Great shot around the legs. Kernoth once again. Summers waiting at dummy half. Back to the middle now. Dorbra, flat pass onto Wegener. Wegener, he's got the arm free, but he can't get the ball away. The only way he can play it is by knocking it on. So he wanted to promote the ball, but you've got to make sure it's secure before you can try something like that. Here's scrum feed. Pretty much on halfway for the ASEAN side. 2-point margin in this one. ASEAN team leading 12 points to 10. James Preston with you for Bar TV Sports. Exclusive coverage of the Emerging Nations Rugby League World Championship. This is the regional third place playoff for the Confederations Cup between the ASEAN side in the blue, red and yellow and the Latin Heat and then black and red. Slow play the ball. Arnhem out. Coming away to Ladares. Fends off 2 of them. He had Mante arriving just a little late. Would have been a free passage for them. We come away to Jong-Hoon Lee, number 5. Initially named in 15, but wearing his more typical 5 now. Mayfield picks it up. This is dangerous for Latin. Got away from one of them, but Horvat came again. Put him to ground with the help of Mackenzie. 18 metres away. Arnhem out. Maybe. Little chip over the top. What about the catch from Jong-Hoon Lee? Oh, that is spectacular stuff. Maybe went to the line. And the smallest little chip kick you've ever seen. But it was brilliantly kept in terms of both the catch and the onside from John Moon Lee. That is unreal stuff. An awesome catch. And he went right through. How good is that? Absolutely brilliant. Alex Chant now to add the extras from right in front. Should be a pretty simple one for him. It is a very important kick, though. It'll put them beyond a converted try in front. That'll really put the pressure on the Latin Heat to score twice. Not a great deal of time remaining. Chan lines it up, strikes it nicely, and there is the extras. $18 points to 10 here. The ASEAN side leading the Latin Heat. And ever since that sin binning of Garrido, it's been all ASEAN. It'll be Papa to get us back underway. Of course, Turkey and Vanuatu coming up straight after this. We'll have about a 5-minute break. And then it's back to me destroying my tonsils. Papa kicking off. Coming down to Maybe, who traps it with the leg. Eventually to Kernoth now. Now keep working away on this left-hand edge. Very close to being high. Around the shoulders, though. Arnhem waiting at dummy half. Back to the middle. Chant turns it on the inside. To another Kernoth. He's caught 20 metres out from his own line. Chant linking up. Right-hand side. Maybe. Scully hit hard. Couldn't get away, though. McKenzie came across as well to stop any further progress. Arnhem out. Flat pass to Chant. Another flat ball as well to Kernoth. Good contact. DeBora in there as well. And they'll push him back. Ball's come loose. Should be play on. The referee has ruled a knock-on, though. For mine, that looked all backwards. He was being rushed backwards, looking to offload. So unless it's hidden a Latin defender, should have been play on. But it does just offer the Latin side a little sniff here. 20 metres out with a full set of 6. And their full complement of players with Garrido back on the field. Now feed the scrum here. They'll go short side. Papa off the right foot. He's got pace. Found half a gap. It's just pulled down in the end. Numbers back to the middle. Horvat giving it away here. To the number 8. That's Zaluga. It's his first hit up since coming back on the field. Summers, a poor pass. Way too hard for the close proximity of the charging Wegener. And he couldn't hold on to it. Good hit. Wegener. Put on the ground. Arnhem out. Away to Scully. There's a lot of support for Will Scully on the sideline here. I'll tell you that much. You can probably hear it through the mic. Still coming through. Arnhem out. Maybe. Turning it back on the inside to Ladares. Kept the legs pumping. Got a few extra metres. Arnhem out. Short side. Maybe once again. Linking up here. Can he get the ball away? Mante. It was a late shot too on the halfback. And he's been left reeling from it. Referee was onto it though. It's awarded the penalty. Beautiful conditions here too in St Mary's Stadium. The sun coming out from just behind the clouds. Fortunately, no rain at the moment. Supposedly there will be afternoon showers, but nothing like the monsoon we've had to endure for the majority of this tournament. Just checking out the neck here of Maybe. The referee blowing time off. Of course, let us know where you are watching this match from. Whether it's a country, a particular location. Hell, even if you're on the toilet. Let me know. Got a man here who is watching from St Mary's. How about that? He's live and in the flesh. But if you are, of course, watching it via Bar TV Sports, give us a little shout out. Make sure you spread this match far and wide. It's what the entire purpose of this tournament is. Spreading the gospel of rugby league. Arnhem out, tapping it, giving it away to Chan. Good hit from Horvath too. But Chan kept going. Built up a real head of steam. Arnhem out. Had Scully, didn't use him. Comes short side to Ladares. Still pushing through here is Mante. Couldn't get the ball away in the end to Moon Lee. Arnhem out. Away to Maybe, who's recovered from that hit. Chan, centre of the field. Caught 35 metres out. Numbers on both sides of the play the ball. They'll go to the left through Corey Kernoff. Chan, away to Mayfield, who spills the ball. Comes to Papa here, and that'll be zero tackle. Push him in toward the sideline. No advantage, though, so they'll pack the scrum. Mayfield is the man that lost it, so Latin Heat get the ball back here. Not a great deal of time remaining in this match. Of course, Turkey and Vanuatu coming up straight after this one. Should be another belter. This has been a really good quality match as well. They'll feed the scrum here, the Latin Heat. Horvat away. Linking up. The support runner, the number 3. It's Oscar Mendoza. Horvat at a dummy half. Flat ball to Miller. Then away to Martinez. And Summers coming back into the dummy half position that he's occupied in the second half. Way to Eastman. And then straightening the attack. It's a good run from Zaluga. Raised the knee as well. Tried to jump over a low tackler. Summers away to Miller. Stepping off the left at pace. Causing a few problems. Great little link up with Horvat. The referee will bring it back. Big tackle as well. After the play had stopped from Mayfield. That one could have gone either way, but on this occasion, benefited the ASEAN side. It's a good little ball, though. Maybe just fractionally forward. Turkey boys are now making their way to field 2 in the background. Of course, they've put on a couple of big scores themselves in this competition. Really put on the pain for Japan. A lot of people were predicting a Polish and Turkish final for the trophy. They've just fallen short. And he spilt the ball there. For mine, I thought there was hands on it, but it's play on for the moment. Zaluga bringing it away for the Latin Heat. And he'll be caught 30 metres out from the opposition line. Hands on the play the ball. Working it back to the centre of the field. Dorborough. Good tackle around the legs from Scully. And he's put to ground at 25 metres away from the line. Flat pass here. Good ball at the line, but Horvat was picked off. Nice tackle around the legs. They'll keep coming left-hand side. Miller. Flat ball for Martinez. Bounce out of Trent Kernoff's tackle. Put to ground. 10 metres out. They've got numbers this short side if they go that way. And Summer does have a look. Finds McKenzie. He'll try to barrel over the top of them. He twists, turns, and I think he might have put it down as well. Referee looking at the spot. He'll award it. 18 points to 14. Kick to come. And a little bit of time still remaining. So Kevin McKenzie getting on the scoreboard. Frantic couple of minutes here from both sides. Scored an awesome try, did the ASEAN side not too long ago. Little chip over the top from Maybe and well collected from Moon Lee. And now McKenzie used that big frame of his and burrowed over. Big kick coming up here for James Horvat. Quite literally 20 centimetres in from the left and touchline. where our commentary position is. Strikes it reasonably well. Holds its line, but then fades at the last moment. So 18 points to 14. The ASEAN side still leading. Not a great deal of time left in this one. But enough time, if they are good enough, the Latin Heat, to put on one more scoring play. I'm not 100% sure, but I would imagine we would have extra time in the event of a draw. If they happen to score again and the conversion is not successful. Be chant to restart us here for the ASEAN side. If you're just joining us in the blue, red and yellow, the Latin Heat in the red and black comes down to Miller. And now away to Wegener. Trying to charge over the top of a few of them. Bumped off Ladares. Now they head back to the middle of the field. Miller now through to Mendoza. And Summers waits at dummy half. All set to the right. They go that way. Eastman showing it on the inside and then running himself. Got out of one tackle. It's a good tackle in the end from the ASEAN side. Great tackle around the legs from Scully. Caught just short of the 40-metre line. Summers, flat pass. Papa running at speed, linking up with Garrido. What a hit that is. Jamming in from the wing, it was Chong Kinney. Papa, Scooty across, trying to link up with someone. That's a wild pass, could have been forward. It'll end up in the hands of an ASEAN player though. McKenzie gobbles him up in the end. May well have buried him into the turf. He's a big boy, McKenzie. And Mante feeling every kilo of McKenzie. Good shot put on there from Wegener. Still a little sore and sorry at the moment. Mante in the background. Arnhem out. Pushing it away to Corey Kernoth. Good shot from Horvat. Much smaller man, but he hits well. Arnhem out. Coming to the right-hand side. Maybe. Martinez tried to put on a shot. He bounced out of it. Bounced out of tackle from Mendoza and gets an offload. Now just hold on to the ball for now. Arnhem out. Left-hand side. Trent Kernoth. Chant. Got numbers in support. Mayfield off the left. Trying to find a gap. Still going Mayfield. Flings it over the top. Kernoth. Away to Maybe. Ladares falls over. Played out by the Latin Heat. 6 again. Here comes Richard Plunker. Back his way to the line. Nearly got there. Arnhem out. Numbers both sides of the play the ball. Comes right-hand side. Maybe. Loses his footing. One of the defenders did too. And he'll play it pretty slowly here. Arnhem out. Going it for himself. But they'll just hold him up in the in-goal and they'll come back out to the 10-metre line to play it. So Latin Heat holding firm for the moment, but the ASEAN side asking a lot of questions. Ladares out of dummy half to Scully. Off the left foot. Good contact from Mendoza and also Horvat in there. Arnhem out. Worked it away to Corey Kernoth. Chant. Numbers in motion. Flat pass. A nice pass too. Heading for the corner. I think he's kept it. No. Referee rules it's forward. It was certainly flat. There's another one of those 50-50 ones that could have gone either way. Previous one benefited the ASEAN side. This one will obviously benefit the Heat. That would have done it though. Trying the corner would have put this beyond reach for the Latin Heat side. Time off once again here for the referee. Mante still struggling a little bit after that big hit from McKenzie out here on the right-hand edge. We'll see if Latin Heat come that way. Garrido off the left foot. Good tackle. Good contact from Ladares and also Nguyen in there, the number 3. They'll come right-hand side. Trying to barge your way through at the moment. Summers out of dummy half. Flat ball. Horvat, that looked forward. Referee says play on. And they'll be caught 33 metres away from their own line. Summers, left-hand side. Miller nearly spilt it. Got a late ball away. Great offload in the end. Summers, can he link up? He does with McKenzie. McKenzie, they've got to keep promoting the ball. He'll try and burrow through them, Matt Utai style. Martinez, waiting at dummy half. Horvat, first receiver. And then on to Wegener. Scully is bumped off. He'll keep going. Kernoff over the top. Combines with Plunker to put him to ground. Horvat, an early kick out of dummy half. Really good contact on it too. It might be a bit too long though. It'll keep bouncing into the in-goal. Mayfield plays at it. Forced to play it in the end. Papa is shrugged off and Mayfield dives for the field of play and just gets there. An important play from Mayfield. Papa, they'll try and push him back into the in-goal. Very close once again. In fact, I think they have indeed done so. Pressure situation now for the ASEAN side. They're up nice and quick. In defence, the Latin team smelt blood in the water. They've got a result from it. So I need a big dropout, much like the Latin Heat provided in the first half. Went 80 metres. See what Chant can do. Reasonable contact, but nowhere near the 80. I'll catch it just after the 30-metre line. Wegener back into the defensive line. Still a bit of time here. Miller, left-hand side, through to Martinez. Maybe he's there to tackle him. A couple of other defenders as well, including Trent Kernoff. Summers, back to the middle. Wegener again, his second hit up in the set. And working it to 10 metres away. Options both sides of the play the ball. They'll come to Horvat. Flat pass to Martinez. Ladares put the shoulder in and put him to ground. Two more plays left. Horvat turning it on the inside to McKenzie. Lost his footing. That'll be the last now. Haven't offered a great deal of options in this set, the Latin team. Very slow play the ball too. Summers away. Poor pass to Miller. Miller links up with Eastman. He hasn't got many options himself. He'll try and get the ball away. It's over the head of Zaluga. Miller wrapping around. Still with numbers there. Played out from Scully. Probably not the right play given the context. So they'll get a whole another set of 6. And the referee blows time off because the ball has also been kicked away. We don't have any ball boys here, so off goes Mendoza for a little run. And he'll kick it back. In fact, there we do have a ball boy. He's being very lazy at the moment. And they'll feed this scrum here, the Latin Heat. One more chance for them. Not much time remaining on the clock at all. This could be it for the Latin Heat. So not much time for the ASEAN team to hold out. Time back on. They'll work the scrum. Away to Eastman. Has numbers. Garrido wrapping around the back. The ASEAN side swarm on him. They'll hold him up. 15 metres away. Quick play the ball, though. They've got to retreat in defensive line. Eastman, a cut-out pass. Heading for the corner, but he's gone into touch. Espini nearly had a double. And there is the siren. So the last play, Espini could have got there for the victory, but in the end, the ASEAN side will hold on. A terrific match for the neutral fan, and of course, for ASEAN supporters. 18 points to 14. They'll take this one out. James Preston with you for Bar TV Sports. Coming up next, Vanuatu taking on Turkey.